Hey, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. So a lot of people ask me all the time, what is the ideal expiry time for a binary options trade? How much is too much? How little is too little? And what is really the best expiry time? Is it are we better out trading 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, end of day? Different sources will tell you different things. For example, many brokers would have account managers that like to encourage you to take, end of month, end of next month, end of quarter, end of day trades. And then if you go to pick up some trashy programs that you pay, X amount of money for, that's like popping up on your screen, they'll tell you that you do, well, if you see it going all the way up, non-stop, then you take a half an hour trade in the opposite direction. So they'll tell you to do half an hour trades. And then there's another school of thought that will say that you want to really make as many trades as possible and do uh, you know lots and lots of 60 or 30-second trades. So on the other hand, in the group that I run, which is the Binary Lab, where I give daily ongoing binary options education live during webinars to a large community of people every single day. Inside the Binary Lab, through the sessions that I run, I realized that with regards to the trade durations, you either give it too much or too little time. And the only way that you can really find out if you give the trade too much time or too little time is in the aftermath of the trade. So what I mean by that is that if you have given a trade X amount of time, let's say you gave the trade 1 hour, all right, and then you find out instead, as the trade progresses, that maybe within the first 15 minutes, the trade makes a huge movement in your favor, and then in the rest of the next 45 minutes, it goes sideways, maybe up to challenge your entry point, down again, up again, and by the end of the trade, in the last 5 minutes, you are hanging on to, your breath. You are gritting your teeth, you are clenching your hands, you are breathing, uh, you're breathing in a very uneasy way, and you're thinking, please hold, stay down, stay down, stay down. And if that's happening, that means that you gave the trade too much time. So you've given the trade too much time, more than it's going to do what it's supposed to do, and such that it goes back against you. So uh, on the other hand, there are the times of situations as well where you may have won a trade. Okay, you gave it a 60-second or 2 minutes, you saw that it won by like half a pip, but in the next 3 minutes, or let's say in the next half an hour, it went on from, instead of being a 2-pip win, to being a 10-pip win, a 30-pip win. So in those cases, you know that you gave the trade too little time to mature. So uh, the whole point of this, like I say, it's very easy to talk on hindsight, right? And you must be wondering, what is the point of looking at trades in the aftermath rather than doing the trades? Well, there's certainly no practical usage looking in the aftermath, but how that can help you is that it can give you the experience to let you know that in these specific situations, when I see this and this, the trade often accomplishes its largest part of the movement during this amount of time, and anything more will do it no good. And then because of that, you start to experiment with taking less expiry time. Um, and let's say if you see that certain trades are repeatedly winning by a whole big margin when you only barely struggle to win, then you know that, okay, in this kind of situations, I should have given the trade more time instead. So as the times goes by, you start to make observations, you start to look at the indicators. A lot of people, some advocate, there are different schools of thought. Some say some are pro indicator trading, some are pro naked chart trading. I am personally more of an indicators based trader, because I feel that when I have indicators on, I can see that, okay, when in this particular scenario, where is the RSI at, where is the stochastics at, where is the moving average at, how are the candlesticks behaving, how are the candlesticks behaving with regards to the Bollinger Band, let's say additional oscillator as well, commodity channels index, how is it behaving with relative to that as well. So when I start to look at these things, I can start to notice certain amount of details about certain situations, such that I know how to react. I can start to see in terms of Fibonacci how it's moving. I can see that in terms of the RSI, what kind of numbers to look out for. The stochastics, what kind of lines am I looking for? A divergence? Am I looking for a double crisscross? When I look at this, when I look at the ASI, the CCI, what kind of actions am I actually looking at? So with that, I'm able to decide what is the best expiry for the trade. So, guys, if you're watching this video and you wish to see, how I evaluate, how I go between expiry times, how I go between trading methods as well. Currently, I use two main methods of trading. Two of these methods work in opposite to one another. So when one is struggling to break even, the other one is going to be extremely profitable, and vice versa. So if you want to see that, gladly sign up as a member of the Binary Lab, and you'll be able to see me making live trades and learning from these experiences as well, and asking questions in real time as well. And let's say if you are trading on your own and you're not ready to join the Binary Lab, by all means, to watch this video again, share this video, and take note of the points mentioned this time. So in this video, so that you can understand what it takes to gauge what is the best expiry time for your trading, and experiment. And when you experiment, please use demo funds. And I also want to leave you with one piece of advice. Let's say when you're experimenting, even if it's on demo, okay, just so that you can measure it, so you can gauge yourself right and get a good result. Remember, trading is about three components. There is the mindset, there is the method, and there is the management. So the part on management is that, let's say if you have noticed certain criteria of a trade on certain situations in the past that have happened, that you realize that you should have given the trade more time, you know what things to look out for, and then based on these certain details, it could be 3 or 4 trade confirmations. If you have 2 confirmations, you go 50%. 50% of what you should be of, let's say if you calculate your risk to be 2% per time entering the market, so you use the full 2% of that risk if you have all 4 confirmations. If you have 3 out of 4 confirmations, you use 75% of that 2%. If you have only 2 of the 4 confirmations, you use 50% of that 2%, which is 1%. So this way is how you can reasonably evaluate. It's not just like, I feel that this trade is going to work. Out of the back of my head, I think of a number. I'm going to put 75 bucks in this trade. And the next trade, I think this trade is going to work. Out of the back of my head, pull out number 300 bucks. I think I'm going to put 300 in this trade. It doesn't work that way. I just spoke to a guy over the weekend who was on my Facebook page, who was writing me stuff to facebook.com/the Binary Lab page, asking questions. And by the way, you can write there to facebook.com/the Binary Lab page about how to do certain things for trading, what experiences, and seeking advice. And I said, looking at the stuff that you're doing, you seem to be a knowledgeable trader. But the only thing is this, where is your money management? Where is the system involved? So remember, with expiry times and all that, once you get it down to a certain accuracy, then that's when you can lay out, okay, when you look at the aftermath of the trade to decide what is the best expiry time, you look at your results of your demo trading to decide the aftermath of the money management, how that should be structured according to your trading. Because with proper money management, even even a 50-50 strategy can be a very, very profitable strategy. Even a 40% strategy can be a very, very profitable strategy, all down to management. At the same time, even 80% strategy can also blow an account if you do know how to properly manage it. Alright, so I hope this advice is valuable to you. And, please go and like my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/the Binary Lab page. You can post questions there too. And if you wish to sign up to my training community, where we run 4 to 6 live training webinars every single week, so ongoing training with no joining fees at all, simply head on down to thebinarylab.net/join-binary-lab. I'll see you on the inside. My name is Julian Wong. Goodbye.